One of the things that I've been proud of over a number of years is that what we can do is reach everyone in Oregon. We go places that other programs in Oregon are unable to go. Portland Opera to Go is the latest iteration of a commitment that Portland Opera has always had to taking opera where the people are, to building the audiences of tomorrow, to inspiring the artists of tomorrow. Our Oregon project was a project that I felt would serve a number of different purposes. One, it would put the Oregon back into Portland Opera. We would be telling uniquely Oregonian stories. Two, it would allow us to commission works in a less expensive way and kind of get our feet wet as we built into commissioning larger works. And three, it would help our educators serve their purposes by introducing Oregon history and the lives of folks who have been traditionally underrepresented in Oregon history classrooms and books, and tell their stories specifically that will allow students to remember that history and hopefully inspire them to explore more of the amazing kaleidoscope of experiences that make up this beautiful state of ours. We'll play to 25 kids if that's what you have. And we're able to do that because people are very generous and because we make the commitment that everyone in Oregon is important, which is why our Oregon is important, which is why POGO is important, because we are out there doing live performance, which is rare. Many children don't get to see live performances, and in some of the communities that we go to, many of the teachers don't get to see live performances. Our ability to be out there, to be present, to inspire, to hear children's voices singing what we just sang for them, being opera singers in the hall, to have that child come up to the pianist and be fascinated by what they're doing, that's important. It's important because it shows a different way of being. The casts that we put together with their diversity shows people that anyone can aspire to do the kinds of things that we do, and that the world is open to them, and that we are introducing an art form that can grow up with them. This year we are rolling out Shizue, an American story about the Japanese-American Oregonian Shizue Iwatsuki, who was a poet and an artist and moved here in the 19-teens to marry her husband, and they owned an orchard in Hood River. And it follows her life through her experiences during World War II with the incarceration camps, and her ultimate triumph into becoming Woman of the Year in Hood River and winning a poetry award from the Emperor of Japan. So it tells a little bit about a history that is less well known about Oregon. A lot of people have a really interesting idea about what Oregon is. I mean, really pushed forward by the Portlandia view of what Oregon is. And I think that many people, especially folks who are imported, who are newly Oregonian, have less of an idea about the very specific history of Oregon. And so we want to get that out there and share that a little more specifically with Oregonians. For us to be able to tell stories in such a visceral way, for us to be able to connect people to their own stories and tell those stories in ways that are emotional and meaningful is one of the things that opera does very, very well. Experiencing something ephemeral in community is part of that shared human experience, and that it is a reciprocal experience, because I don't get to perform without someone to perform for. And there is an exchange of energy that happens. We can only do that in the room together. And that is building upon a shared humanity. We are experiencing something that is here only for this moment, and that we're breathing together.